So the reason why I was so thrilled that you said yes to talking to us today about self love and your self love practice. Oh, by the way, excuse all the noise going on out here. I'm getting some work done on the house, and there's drills and people walking through and knocking on my door all the time. Lots of things happening. So please excuse any noises, but we shall make it. So the reason why I was so excited for you to come along and say yes to this is because I have watched you blossom and grow and turn into the true divine you that you are, that you always were, right from when I first met you back in 2021 or 22. Can't remember now. Do you remember?
Yes.
One of
It would
those
have been
years.
2021.
Yeah, there you go. And that was when you first became one of my very first clients, actually, like right from the get go. You're one of my early ones because I started my business in 2021. And from there, you have just like taken the ball and run with it. And I am so interested. Every time I'm in your energy, I just feel so alivened and expanded. And you make me feel like what could be possible. Like you're teaching me as well, and I'm teaching you. Like we're all just teachers of each other, right? And so I know a lot of us struggle to, you know, create a new way of being where self love becomes central to our lives. And what you've shown me is just how important it is to adopt this self love way of being. I mean, I'm not even going to call it a practice or something that we have to do. It's just how you are and who you are, because from the sidelines, I have seen you heal your body like from a pretty serious chronic disease and manifest the most. Oh my God, from where you were like struggling to, get to work a couple of days a week to
Yeah.
now, I mean, right now you're in Bali, just living your best life, and just the way you manifest stuff. You've done boat cruises, you've done other holidays, and you've taken yourself off to Cairns for a nice little getaway, and like just the things that you do. Oh, please, look, I've got to stop talking. Just please share. How the hell do you do it? Big question. Let's just start off with the big ones.
Honestly, it started off as being so done. Like I don't think, and I still don't quite realize, and I guess I don't need to realize how bottomed out I was. But it started off with you teaching me how to reframe and bring in about like, okay, well, if I don't want this, what do I want? And then it just kept evolving and expanding. And I remember teaching myself this little method because even 5 minutes of concentration was just too much. I was too physically, mentally, and spiritually sick. And so I would just set a timer for 5 minutes, and that
Wow.
would be it. No more. Just do one little thing, inside, outside. Make sure I nourish myself, I ate well, hydrated, just the basics.
Yeah, and I notice you do talk a lot about that in your post and your messaging about, and you pair it right back to basics, saying like, "Are you hydrated? Are you rested?" Like just bringing it right back to that, and those are some of the things we kind of, I don't know, we don't really like breaking it down into just a small thing, which can seem like a big thing to a lot of people, especially if
Mm.
you're in the hole of despair, right? So
Mm.
breaking it down to just one thing, one small step. Have you washed?
Mm.
Have you hydrated? Yeah, even that in itself, does that feel empowering? Being able to achieve like 5 minutes or a one job that day.
Yeah, because when all you can when you are living darkness, there is nothing, only you can kind of pull yourself along, and anyone that is able to briefly sit with you in moments, it's about being grateful for that,
Yeah.
not asking them to fix everything, but asking people to just, will you just sit with me and allow me to just be in my despair until I can bring it forward movement instead of running from something, instead of throwing everything out. When we
Yeah.
begin to nourish, when we begin to remember that every living cell radiates, everything we speak to ourselves, everything we speak about others, everything we consume, from our music to the videos we watch to the conversations we have, they all either bring us to life or poison us.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so speaking, so were you just becoming more like mindful into speaking and more positivity and speaking into more of the things that you wanted in your life? Like, is that how it started?
Yeah, it's like after going through everything and being working in healthcare, the environment is so toxic, and there's so much that you learn. You can't change others, but you can change who you are and how you either react or choose to disengage and leave things be. So by choosing to create perhaps workplace, you can't really change anything, but you can choose that car ride to and from work, or the bus ride, or the walk, or
Yeah.
just that few minutes on break in the tea room to speak kindness into yourself, to reset that energy and restart. Okay, it's a restart. Just a few deep breaths and imagining, like, what would it feel if I was peaceful? What would it feel like if, and allowing yourself to start feeling, because being in that black hole, you're so numb and just
Yeah.
so angry, and so that there's nothing of any high vibe. There's nothing sustainable in that state.
Yeah. And um, that's amazing. Like, so speaking those powerful words into yourself to ask that question, what would it, what you were saying was, what would it feel like to XYZ, to like
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
feel
What would
at
it feel
peace?
like
What would
if
it
I
feel
could
like?
just get through one shift? What would it be like if I could even get through to my tea break?
Wow, because
What would it be
asking
like
that
if I could just
question,
get through this one care task?
yeah,
What would it be like if I could just have the rent paid, or if I could just have an extra little bit of a pay rise so that I could afford whatever it is I need to be happier, healthier, not to be, but to contribute to becoming happier, to being
yeah, wow. So even when it
safe.
comes to manifesting those things that you want, like what would it be like to get an extra pay rise? What would it be like?
Yeah.
Wow. So you even asked that question. So is that because when you ask that question, it sort of starts already putting into motion this shift towards it being that? Is that how it
It can,
works?
yeah, it flips. So we are meaning making machines, and our subconscious, we want to answer. We want to figure out the meaning of, well, how, why did this happen? So when we choose to ask the how, when, where, why, we automatically kind of go into feeling into that end mode, and then filling in the gaps and becoming that version of us that has the pay rise, has the rent paid, has the jumpers she needs because it's coming up to winter and she's got nothing warm, or has food in her cupboard, or whatever. It doesn't matter how small it feels or how big it feels. When we ask ourselves, how would it feel? And we sit in that and that feel and reprogram ourselves to be that person that has whatever it is she's feeling into, it must, it's just the law of energy.
Yeah.
It must come into existence.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, love that. So
Yeah,
when you said to you we must reprogram our energy,
yeah.
I know I'm asking all the big questions here. So how do you do that with the self-love?
So you ask yourself, what support do I need? Ask yourself, what do I need?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then feel into, okay, so if I have that need, I need someone to come just help sit with me so I can fold my washing. How would it feel to have someone or to I want to go on coffee dates. I need to just get out. I need someone to just be my coffee buddy and go out so we can just fix the world together.
Yeah. I love
And
that. So
yeah, you start
reprogramming.
being that like, how would it feel sitting at what's my favorite coffee shop? So
Yeah.
maybe just go for walks past it and just start the energy.
Yeah. Wow. So reprogramming your way of being, your energy into where you want it to go, it starts with
Yeah,
asking these questions like, what would it feel like? What do I need?
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
start in small steps putting those things in action, like you said, walking past the coffee shop and imagining that you're sitting in there with your new bestie or with
Yes,
yourself and enjoying the lovely coffee that you'd be too scared to walk in there yourself at first, right? Like, oh, going in
yes,
there by myself, scary. It would feel weird, me sitting by myself in a coffee shop, if that's your limitation. But once you walk past it, and get the smells of the coffee, and you're starting to place yourself closer and closer to that thing. So that then would work for other things that you want, right? Like
yeah,
let's go a bit bigger. I would really love to own a house by the ocean. So, well, that's just, and I can feel just even now, just saying that, the resistance inside me feels like that. I always do this because that's how it sort of feels like sandpaper. It's like, oh, resistance, great, because now I know there's a limitation there. Ah, and so,
exactly.
okay, what can I do? I can like walk past beach home properties and imagine what it would be like to sit on that balcony and right. So that's sort of how we get started is walking past, close by, rubbing shoulders with the very thing that we're wanting to manifest.
Exactly. Drive around the areas. Go and
Yeah.
just cut out magazines of things for your beach home and put them around. If it's a lamp for the bedroom, pop a photo of the lamp in your bedroom so that you walk past it and feel like it's already in existence. The
Yeah.
address, like what plants do you want out the front? Start researching. I will have and look at what grows in that area. Start going and meeting people and chatting and patting their dogs. So you already feel like you're living and
In that community. Yeah.
mingling.
Yeah.
Go sit in
I
the park with a
love it.
thermos and just people watch and just be like, oh, I am a part of this community. Go watch a
Actually,
movie in that town, in
yeah.
that movie theater. Go drive across town and start doing your Aldi shop at the Aldi in
The area
where
that
you
you
want to
want.
be so that
Yeah.
you're immersed in the
Actually,
whole
I
full experience.
feel like this has surfaced some memories of a conversation I have heard from Denise Duffield Thomas, who is
Mhm.
like the money manifesting kind of queen herself. And she kind of talks about that when she was buying her beachfront home. I just recall it because I remember her saying she was wanting this beachfront home, what she's sold now. But she was like driving, and they really stretched themselves to get this. That she was sort of backing out, like I don't know how we can service this, and her husband was challenging her. But didn't you say? And, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they were driving around the neighborhoods and finding, that's the one that I want, sort of thing, right? And it
Yep.
can so in saying that when she was saying like this huge big leap to kind of get in there. So when you actually like um when you've asked that question, what would it feel like? What do I need? And you're going to these into these areas, right? Or even with your own health, like it's, or just talk about this first because there's so much more we could talk about. But if we, when we get to that point, right, where it's sort of like, okay, now I'm this close, it's just a jump over to here, right?
Yeah.
And then, but how crazy does that jump feel sometimes? It can be like,
It's so scary. Like it feels like everything's crashing around you. There's that exhaustion and that confusion of, but I asked for XYZ and I'm getting ABC. What the hell? And you've got to be so strong enough to be and so done enough to be like, I didn't ask for ABC.
yeah,
Like we're not,
wow,
we're not, we're not settling
settling.
for
Yeah,
ABC because the end goal is higher. It's
yeah,
the XYZ that we are only accepting. If
accepting.
it's not XYZ, it's not even entering our thoughts. It's a no. It's a
Yeah,
fuck no, hell no, whatever no.
yeah,
Stomp your feet, just shut the door
yeah. Yeah, I love it. So
because
then you're
too
sending
often
that message loud and clear then, like,
yeah,
and in a way, like saying no to what you didn't ask for, rather than settling for, second best. It's
yeah,
like that's self-love in itself because you're kind of putting down your boundaries of
yeah,
like, yeah, for yourself, really. Like, I'm
yeah,
putting a boundary. Like, how many times have we been gifted things that we never wanted in the first place? Like, oh, where do I put that now? You know?
yeah,
And it's not like we're going to be rude and say to that, or it feels rude to say to someone who's gifted from their heart, something to you that you don't want. But when we get to gift to ourselves, we get to choose what we're wanting to gift ourselves, don't we? We get to say,
exactly.
this isn't for me or this is for me. So, so good. So, if we can go back to the health thing. Um, so, yeah, you've been going through some pretty heavy health challenges. And I'm guessing that a lot of your self love, I mean, we'll call them practices, but that to me, it's like you're so embodied. And that's why I call you the self love queen because you just are all about self love. Like, if I was to ask
Yeah,
anyone, I want to know questions about self love, it would be like directly to you because you have dialed that in um, so strongly that it's just become who you
yeah,
are. And so when you were going through your health, or you still are, I suppose, going through health challenges to a degree, how did you use self love to help you through those times, especially the hardest moments?
I would I would give myself the compassion that I gave to others. I would, every small moment that felt good, that
Yeah.
felt like possibility, I would pause in it and I would say to myself, this is just the beginning. There
Whoa.
is more to come. Because too often we tell ourselves or we brush it off and say, oh, it'll never happen again, or we don't feel worthy. And it's irrelevant whether we're worthy or not because we just are. It's a fact. The world is round, the sky is up. We are worthy of everything and anything that
Yeah.
we can think of. And
Yeah.
it was the smallest of moments. So when I would wake up and I physically couldn't move because I was in so much chronic
Mm,
pain. It was just being in the still and maybe noticing how soft my sheets are, or um, just the fact that I could lay here,
mm,
the fact that my bills are paid, the I've got a roof over my head, whatever it was. Okay, I can just lie here for as long as I need,
mm.
and I would allow the pain to just dissipate.
Yeah.
And again, I would bring in that snack attack method that I created of, okay, well, maybe I can only do one thing, and I'm just going to get up and have a drink of water and
Yeah.
then just go lay down for another hour if that's what I need.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love that. So yeah, you brought in those little snippets of 5 minutes to do the
Yeah,
step
just the
one thing.
tiniest until
Yeah,
I was regulated enough to do more. So then that 1 minute, it might be I've got the kettle boiling, but I'm just going to go and pull something out of the fridge.
yeah, yeah.
So you
Build on
slowly
those small things. Yeah,
stack so that that 1 minute might initially feel like it's an hour of your time and it set you back 3 hours because you stood up
yeah,
to go get your glass of water. But in 3 months' time, 6 months' time, that minute becomes you doing 3 to 5 things.
yeah.
That
And I love
5 minutes, but
that saying to yourself, this is just the beginning. Like that
yeah,
is like it's like you're reassuring yourself that it's going to get better from here. This is just the
yeah,
start. And I love how you were saying like to that you gave yourself compassion just the same as you would to anybody else.
yeah,
Yeah, and it just started with that, just giving yourself and noticing. So with you, like just noticing the softness of your sheets, I, that to me, it kind of like feels like you're bringing yourself back to those small moments of comfort or self-compassionate care, or just that moment of being in the now, being in the moment, that kind of takes away from the bigness of the pain you were going through. Is that what
yeah,
happens? Yeah,
yeah. And just noticing what sort of within immediate. So I made sure I had have high quality sheets, my comfortable pajamas, my comfortable bed socks, whatever it is that brings me a little more softness
yeah,
when I'm having those down days or moments that allow me to say, that's okay, it'll pass. I'm just going to put on and feel better and bring up my vibration, bring up my energy to a little bit more each time.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, it's changed everything. It allowed me to get to the point where I'm now chanting, I'm singing, I'm dancing, I do so much now. I've did double shifts at one point. Um,
yeah,
it's got me, I mean, 2 years ago I arrived in Bali, blacked out, got my period, hemorrhaged, got to our retreat and was just a wreck. I look back at the photos and like I look like I'm not even alive. And I got in yesterday and I'm dancing and I was up until 1 a.m. drinking champagne with a friend, sharing a tub of ice cream and then packed last second and I'm out and it's
yeah,
like how the hell can so much change in 2 years? Oh, because little bit by little bit, everything just stacked on.
yeah,
And if it
yeah,
didn't flow, if it didn't feel so freaking wonderful, if it wasn't so big and grandiose in my dreams, my thoughts, my feelings, then it had to go. It just did
yeah,
not belong in my
yeah,
vicinity.
yeah. I love it. Because when you were lying there in bed in so much pain that the thought of getting up out of bed and being upright to get a glass of water was so humongous, I I don't think you would have been dreaming then, oh, I'm going to be in Bali and drinking champagne till 1 a.m. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah,
big, grandiose plan was to get a glass of water. So
yeah,
and I guess like, yeah, I've achieved that. So then there was another thing. But the thing that I've
yeah,
noticed with you is that you don't limit yourself to um, small things. Like if you've got a dream in your mind and a desire in your heart, you just let that build and let it build until it becomes who you are.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So can you tell us? I know we're kind of probably running out of time. I don't want it to go on. And we could talk forever, eh? And we
I
will when
know,
we
Ricky,
get to
you and I could
Bali.
talk for days.
Oh, no. And I love it. I love our conversations. But maybe people might be listening thinking like, well, how do you use self love to manifest abundance in your life. So, do you mind sharing a little bit about like how you allow those visions, desires to become a reality?
As a practitioner of hypnosis, neuro-linguistic program, and now a facilitator of Psyche, I changed my whole belief system. I deep dive, and this is what I do with my clients. I deep dive into the subconscious and I reprogram. So I work out everything grandiose and align to that.
Yeah,
Just complete reprogram, out with the old, in with the new,
yeah,
and things have to happen then.
yeah, yeah. I love it. It has to. So, there's been a fair bit of work to get from where you were to where you are now.
Yeah.
And now you're even helping others to achieve the same things that, well, not the same things, but the things they want to achieve. If anyone wants to get in touch with Kathryn, and especially, along those lines of achieving their greatness and, coming out of the depths of despair from where you were and working with me in those early days, and then you've just taken everything like into your next level self to the point now where you're helping people. I think that's so beautiful. Um, I will I'm going to share this Zoom in the group, and I'll put your link to your website, maybe. Is that what you want? Yeah. And if
Um,
anyone wants to
I'm
get in
actually going to
touch.
be shutting down the website, so I might give to my group if that's all right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, whatever works. Yeah, because you're just so inspiring, and it's always just so much fun being in your energy. And I'm sure, I'm just wanting to spread the love so that others can, yeah, if this resonates with them and they vibe with your vibes too, then definitely get in touch because you are a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, I can't wait to spend more time with you. I'm just wondering, do you think there might be any other questions that people might have, or questions that come up quite often that you get asked? Do you that we haven't asked or we haven't touched on? Or Denise, do you have a question for Kathryn at all?
I'm blank at the moment. Yeah. Um, yeah, overcoming health issues and mental issues and outside um, things going on to being able to cope. Yeah, because mine's an anxiety disorder that I have, and also some physical stuff. Um, yeah, like sort of keeping the faith that you are getting better. And I know I am, and I've improved
Yeah,
a lot, but I
yeah.
still have my bad days. But yeah, I expect too much. Yeah, just be good to have a chat and see what services you can provide. Yeah,
I'd love
would be
to love to chat. So
that'd be
look, honestly, celebrate everything that is a change because we're so anchored into the depths of being overwhelmed all the time and trying to future plan to micromanage our symptoms. Celebrate everything. Everything is worthy of a celebration. And gift yourself like small, medium, and big rewards for taking the actions, making the changes so that every every little increment that changes, you've got something to look forward to. Give yourself, so even I've got a bank account that is dedicated, two bank accounts, a small smile. So any purchase I want under $20, no questions asked. I can go get. I have a larger account called a big smile account. That's for my studies. It's for anything $20 and up. No questions asked. If I want it, I go get it. if I'm having I feel bad day today, it doesn't come out of all my excess funds, or I don't have to worry about can I afford my medication or my specialist appointment coming up. It's an account just for that, for a mental health day or moment. And the better you start to feel, the easier life becomes.
Yeah, yeah. I do that, but I need to like celebrate it a bit more.
A
Yeah,
lot, like honestly, the more we celebrate, the more our body starts to remember the joy and the fun, and it naturally starts self-healing. You will naturally start, and that anxiety will go because the only future pacing you're doing is the rewards, not you're not thinking about what could go wrong because you've got so many positive things in your future to look forward to. That is your sole focus,
yeah,
is
yeah.
taking the action steps, because you've already got XYZ, and you might have three XYZs, a smaller XYZ, something a little grandiose, and then something freaking delusional that you would think never in my wildest dreams. And as you continue achieving even just the smallest of goals, you'll realize those big goals are actually tiny. They're just a drop in the ocean of what is possible for you.
Possible. And I love that you said this is just the beginning. So that might be something, Denise, you could like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
small
And there's
things that you
more.
achieve, like, yeah, this is just the beginning. Like, there's so much more. Or even in that pain, like, it's okay, this is just the beginning. There's like, it's going to get better. Like, I just
Yeah.
love that phrase because it can go both ways.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
it's a one size fits all phrase.
Yes, yes. This
Yeah,
is just a big, and every positive moment, just anchor it in. Just I have my ring finger or I have my ear, and I just anchor in those positive moments. Or every time someone gives me a compliment, I take it and I anchor it in, and I think, wow, thank you.
I'd always throw it back if I got a compliment. But yeah, you
I'm
know what I
all,
mean? Yeah,
yeah, give it a moment and say, wow, like allow them to gift you that compliment.
mm,
And it's okay to be uncomfortable,
yeah,
because that's where, when you plant a garden, to plant a seed, you've got to turn over the dirt sometimes. You've got to turn things over and turn the shit into manure to get the growth you need to be anything you damn well want to be.
yeah.
yeah.
Does Julianne have any questions while we've still got Kathryn here?
No, because I just came in. I
Yeah.
do agree with her with rewarding yourself. And I used to be like the other lady, when people would compliment me, I would always hand it back. I would never accept it as my own. I have learnt to do that. But yeah, so um, but yeah, having the little reward things and stuff like that is a good thing to have for yourself. I don't do that for myself, which I'll
Mm,
start to do now. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, thank you so much, Kathryn. There's so much value, and just the things that you have given us is just, yeah, some gold here. So yeah, I really do appreciate everything that you've shared. And I hope that you can come back on to the group and we can work out how to go live in the group. How to get our voices
yeah.
happening. Yeah. But for now, yeah, thank you so much. I really love you and appreciate you.
Love you too. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Have fun in Bali.
And oh, it's so good being here.
Yeah. Oh, you lucky duck. Anyway, next time.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. All right. See ya.
Okay.
Go.
Bye,
Bye bye.
guys.
Bye.